Go right to Davide Vampa in London, a lecturer in politics and international relations at Aston University. Davide, good to have you. So first explain to us the process of how they formed this government and what role specifically would somebody like Salvini and somebody like Berlusconi likely play?
Yes, so the appointment of the new prime minister is up to the president of the republic now. But it is likely that Giorgia Meloni will be appointed, will be asked to form a new government in light also of the electoral results. So Meloni is likely to become the next prime minister, but of course she will need to form a coalition with Berlusconi on the one hand and Salvini on the other. And I think Berlusconi in particular might still play an important role in the political landscape in Italy, even with just 8% of the vote.
Okay, so the fact that Italy swung not just to the right, but to the pretty far right, the fact that they were willing to overlook neo-fascist roots to Meloni's party, the fact that they were able to allow Silvio Berlusconi, I mean, the scandal-ridden guy who is 85 years old, to be one of the coalition partners. What does all of this say about the Italian mindset today?
Well, I think the Italian political landscape is in a situation of deep crisis after 10 years of economic stagnation, crisis. So there is a lot of mistrust towards politicians. The appointment, and I think vote for Giorgia Meloni reflects this. Let's remember that turnout in this election has been quite low. Only 60% of the people voted. So this doesn't mean that there is a huge endorsement, for example, or Salvini. But yeah, it's I think also a failure of the opposition to Berlusconi. That has also failed to convince the voters that they are better than these parties. So yes, and in some respects, Berlusconi today looks like the moderate figure in the new government. Yeah. So he has been able to change a bit the perception.
Yeah, very interesting. Okay, so when you mention Berlusconi, for example, he is a friend of Vladimir Putin. He has defended him. Some of these other right-wing candidates were very soft on punishing Russia for its war on Ukraine, whereas Giorgia Meloni is not. She opposes the war in Ukraine. However, she has a pretty hard line on other things, including immigration. She's a Eurosceptic. What does this all bode for Italy's relationship with the EU?
Yes, I mean, it's interesting to see that on Russia, for example, Meloni is much more pro-Ukraine and pro-Western than Berlusconi, for example, who has been much more ambiguous on this issue, also due to his long friendship with Vladimir Putin. On other issues, it's true. Meloni is leader of an anti-immigration party. Is also very socially conservative. So there has been a huge debate on, for example, abortion rights, LGBT rights. So all these issues will be quite important in the next months. And in this respect, yeah, Giorgia Meloni is quite on the right. But yeah, there is a kind of mix of positions. In foreign policy, probably Meloni is more pro-Western than Salvini and Berlusconi, for example. But in domestic politics, yes, we can see that there might be a shift to the right and towards more restrictive positions in the area of, as I said, abortion rights, civil rights, personal freedoms, and so on. But it's too early to say.
Okay, Davide Vampa, good to have you on the show. Thanks.
Thank you.